Certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods.
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from the California Capitol.
And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
Throughout his career, few have doubted Jameis Winston's ability to throw the football. The concerns, they've always centered around his accuracy and taking care of it. When he makes good decisions on the field, excellent numbers usually result.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Running from the gun with Henry. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Jameis to throw it. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Winston. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Winston. This will go to Henry out wide. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roll and picked up big yardage.
Off the play fake, Winston. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Winston now. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good.
And the opening drive of the game yields 3. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
Leading him out, their quarterback from the University of Nevada, it's Colin Kaepernick.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly, but they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, but as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Kyle Van Noy in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. They'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
And right now they're in that number 2 spot. They would love to hold on to that, but obviously first things first. They want to clinch the division.
And that's what everyone plays for. Win your division first, guarantees you a spot in the playoffs, but still a nice spot to be in. Not as good as it was when the number 2 seed meant a first-round bye. That's all changed with the new playoff system, but still a nice spot to be in.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. On 3rd down, Winston. And a catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
To throw is Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Winston from the gun on 3rd down.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
The numbers for Bell on the ground in the game last week. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Kaepernick now to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. It's caught, Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. To throw, Kaepernick. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
On 2nd down, it's Bell, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Into the red zone now. Kaepernick over the middle, complete. That's Fitzgerald. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's Kaepernick. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Kyle Van Noy, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but They want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
2nd down and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Winston.
A check down here for Henry.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Running left, it's Henry. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Jameis now on 1st down. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. Open man is Higgins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff running left. Henry down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Winston. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. They set up the screen for Henry, and they'll get this down to the 10.
They certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, and they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Leonard Williams.
Able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Third and long for Winston. Henry's got it out on the left side. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Patterson's kick is good.
And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Throwing on first down is Kaepernick.
On the right side, open is Gesicki. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Kaepernick going to throw. It's complete to Lockett. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw, Kaepernick. This is Bell on the dump off. Touchdown! Le'Veon Bell. Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Caps have retaken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
A first down throw for Winston.
This pass complete to Higgins. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing again on second down. With pressure comes and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A quick throw, but incomplete. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. With it is Brown. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
One more go for this offense in the first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. To throw is Kaepernick. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On second down, it's Bell.
Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on
an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half, it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So a holding penalty, and that'll send them backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
2nd and 12.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown! Antonio Brown, his 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Caps are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is. I mean, he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
Zuerlein now for the PAT. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays, the long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
And a look now at the game so far for Jameis Winston. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down now, it's Henry, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Winston. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down, Winston. He dumps it off for Henry. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Jameis to throw it. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. They'll throw again. Winston. Going right back to Fant. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long, had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Lee.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, who can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he stopped immediately. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Like, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Sanders hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say,
and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Miners take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a two-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Winston to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Now let's discuss Antonio Brown as he heads back out there now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Kaepernick. He lets it fly for Lockett. It got his man complete. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The give is to Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
2nd and 11 now.
Now Kaepernick. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. He's going deep for Brown. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now Bell. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Caps are able to extend their lead.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here's Sacramento's offense once more.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Third quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Winston.
This will go to Henry out wide.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. Winston now. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And on now is the punter as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. He's got it to Matthews, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. On 2nd down, it's Bell, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Kaepernick. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. It's caught. Lockett. Give him 9 there on the... If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Kaepernick to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Jamin Davis charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll give them a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so. Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything, forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through.
And that will stretch the lead up to 13.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's Winston. And it's caught off the deflection. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
A give to Henry. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston.
Open man, it's complete to Higgins.
And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Winston. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 1st touchdown on the year.
And the Miners have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
So they fought half the battle here, but they're still down.
Plenty of work still left for them, but they delivered in the 1st step in their comeback attempt.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
And the lead will shrink to 6. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. It's a 25. Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
On first down, Kaepernick. Left side complete to Lockett. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Bell. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Kaepernick. He shakes him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Kyle Van Noy, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They'll try and run some clock now with Bell. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They'll go again with Bell. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Winston readies the offense. Down by 9. Just over 1:40 to play. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. Now Winston. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 22. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Back to it after the pick 6. Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Now Jameis trying to hurry his crew to the line.
Winston's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Columbus's offense just about ready to go again.
And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for our visitors,
they run their record to 13-3 now on the year.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.